Ok. Muito bem, rapaziada, estamos aqui na Production Room da Z100 em Nova York. Eu e meu amigo Staxx Williams. Hi, man. What's
How's it
up?
going?
How you doing? Yeah. E agora a gente vai mostrar para vocês algumas produções aqui, últimas produções da Z100, o que ele usa de plugins, enfim, tudo que você quer saber sobre a Z100 agora no Rádio Sem Segredos. Vamos lá! Cool, man. We can start maybe showing some stuff and
Sure. What do you want to see?
Some promo, some sweeper, and showing some plugins, you know.
Sure.
Here, you're using Adobe Audition here.
I am.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly Adobe Audition.
I've been kind of splitting back and forth. I like to
Okay.
use Pro Tools on my laptop
Okay.
because this is a lot faster than the
all
computer
right.
I have at work.
Okay.
So I'll sometimes build shells in here.
All right.
Once the shell's finished, I'll do the VO work in Adobe.
You always use Adobe before Pro Tools?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Okay.
Adobe guy.
Okay.
Pro Tools is awesome. I have nothing against it. I've got 10 years with this program and only 2 with this. So
Okay.
it's really
Oh,
fun
okay.
learning this.
All right.
But when you've got 10 years of archives with one program,
Yeah, I can
it's tough
imagine.
to switch over right away. What's we worked on recently? Just bump remixes. Let's see what this is.
Normally, you how many pieces, how many promos or sweepers you do every day?
Could
It's
be a
very
lot.
low.
Could be
Okay.
could be a day where I have a lot of things that I could just kind of do whatever I want
Okay.
and be
All right.
creative and think of stuff. Then other days I'm just answering emails and trying to get jobs done as fast as possible.
All
So,
right. All right.
some days 3 or 4 promos, 10, 15 sweepers.
Okay.
maybe
Wow.
more.
Yeah.
And some days like one piece.
Okay.
And you're on that same piece for 2 or 3 days
right,
just
all
trying to get it right.
All right.
But that's usually Jingle Ball. So I'm not even sure what this is. Let's listen to it.
I love you guys. Make my day.
Elvis Duran.
Oh, hey. 100. Morning show.
Cool, man.
Yeah, so that's just a couple acapellas,
Okay.
and you kind of key them up with this bed. You get that bed from Real World.
Yes.
This is from Ed Sheeran. And then just add a few listeners.
I love you guys. Make my day.
Elvis Duran.
Oh, hey. 100.
What I've been doing a lot lately is using Isotope's vocal synth. Everything that I do runs through Pro Tools.
Okay.
So, and the nice thing about vocal synth is there's plenty of auto-tuning programs out there that are probably better than this one, but it's just so easy, and you can add a little bit of effects, and I think it sounds very similar to what a lot of producers in pop music are doing now, where they drop that 5th semi-octave
Okay.
and add that thickness, almost a little bit of out-of-tune, auto-tune sound. Isotopes makes it really easy to imitate that.
Yeah, that's a very good plugin and very robotic, very up to date with the sounds of the pop music right now.
Yeah, it really is. It's really
Cool.
it's easy to overdo it with that too. So you gotta be very
Okay.
careful with how much you put in.
Alright.
But yeah, I just took the and the for and the morning show
All right.
and just did that so it would kind of blend into the whole piece.
I love you guys. Make my day.
Elvis Duran.
Oh, hey. 100. Morning show.
Cool, man.
So that would come out of spots, and then Elvis would start talking.
And you insert the sound logo of Z100 on every spot, or
Not everything,
No,
just when it
okay.
makes sense. When it's
Okay.
in the music,
Okay.
unless it is part of a like an intro that's fully contained, and I can control and make sure it's going to sound great, I'll put it there. Otherwise, you have no idea who's running that board when it goes in.
Okay.
And if it's a bad logo into a song that doesn't quite sound right,
Yeah.
the whole thing gets screwed up. So.
Okay. You do a lot of power intros here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Every hit have its power intro.
I mean, every song that goes into power that we start rotating heavily, we'll do a power intro for.
Okay.
I just finished a few not too long ago.
Okay, this is interesting.
Where did I save that? Maybe it's a different folder. Power intros. Oh yeah, here we go.
Cool.
One hit music station.
So I'd actually opened that session up for somebody else. I do a couple other pop stations, so I'll take our copy out and then send them the shell.
Okay.
The finished piece is actually right here.
You do the same.
New York's number
One hit music station.
Nothing too crazy with the production. Just trying whenever I can find an acapella that can help support a brand column of the station, I'll use that instead of copy if I can.
You have access also. You can ask for an artist to send you the
ask.
Z100 for me, and and
Sometimes
it's possible. It's possible. Here?
It's possible. I can definitely ask as much as I want. Some people are really forthcoming with liners and acapellas and work parts, and others aren't, and it's an artist by artist basis.
Okay.
Some of them are really eager to get into the promotion, and others, I don't know if it's that they don't like it or if it's more of some artists are just really careful with their brand and they don't like it being associated with anything like The Weeknd.
All right.
He won't do liners for anything,
Okay.
and that's just he doesn't want anything using his name. That's his brand.
Yes.
And
yes.
that can be frustrating as an imaging producer.
Yeah,
like you're me,
yeah,
like I just
yeah.
want you to say Z100, man. Come on. But I kind of respect that. Like
Okay.
he's, his brand is very simplistic and laser focused, and that's the best way to have a good core brand. Is there's no confusion as to what you are.
And you do this power intro, and you said me that you do to the other stations too, the same power intro and
Yeah, if it's there's Z100 in Portland, I help them.
okay.
They have their own imaging guy, and he's great. But they just kind of, I'll send them stuff that they can pick apart, and if they like something, they'll use it, and if they don't, they can trash it. So I'll send that out, and I have a network of other producers in iHeart where we can share work, and nobody cares.
Cool.
And no one gets in trouble.
And you do a voice gig also to other stations.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do 7 or 8 rock stations.
Okay.
I just got an agent, so available for hire.
Wow.
Was that a good pitch?
Money. Yeah.
Was that hateable or charming? I'm not sure. But here, let's go ahead and do. Someone's actually asked me for a promo, so let's cut one. This is for a rock station. Let me find the email. Here we go.
You still using the Dave Fox voice here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Fox.
Yes, Dave does a lot of the bookend work, like the heavy from the top. Like that we're still that's such a legendary line.
Yes,
he's got such a legendary voice. Like that's not going anywhere. Kelly does a lot more of the younger, relatable female stuff. Kelly Doherty.
Yes.
And I'll cut liners as a character in a promo, or I do some voiceover when it's in between the songs. Whenever it's an iHeart event, we try to keep that as its own sounding brand as well. So I'll voice that stuff too.
Cool.
So, I put it where it makes the most sense. Like when you get on any new station, in particular one like Z100, you're like, I want to be on this all over, but you've also be very careful about like, well, you want to, but does it make sense for the brand to have that voice there when you've already got other great ones doing great jobs? So when it makes sense, I do as much as I can. But
cool. And basically, it's Dave Fox and Kelly and you on the station, the main voices.
Exactly.
All right. Another stuff you haven't?
Yeah. So this is this guy just sent me a request for some junk. So let's go ahead and cut it. Make sure the mic is on. La di da di da di da da da. It's not on.
I know this song.
Yeah. I just lost the gig. What? Okay, 6 songs, back-to-back, commercial-free. So with this particular brand, this is a rock station that's based on like men and beer. So I'll do a couple cuts. One more trying to be natural, like my cadence now, and one that's a little more exaggerated and more of a character. So we'll see how they come out. Okay.
A little drunk voice.
Yeah, have you ever watched...
Come on, man!
Yeah, exactly like that. So let's grab that read. 6 songs back to back, commercial free.
Cool, man.
So these are the EQ settings I'm using right now for me. A little pop down around 200 and then a slope up because I could use some help on the higher end on my voice. And then a roll off down here because you don't need that much bass.
Yes.
Run it through a compressor. I do it twice, and I just do it lightly twice. It depends on what you're producing too. If it's a movie thing, I might do some more heavy compression, but this tends to work. And then limiting to bring it up, throw that into the multi-track, close that sesh.
All plugins from Adobe.
What's that?
You use the plugins from Adobe. Mainly
Oh yeah, they're
Adobe.
great. They're so good.
Yeah.
I think producers like. Producer chat is always about like, what's the big plugin that you're using now? And I do really like that Isotope vocal synth, but a big reason why I stuck with Adobe for so long is their stock plugins. When we're talking radio production, not like scoring a movie or something, they have everything that you need and they're free. A basic understanding of how to use an equalizer and compression properly, and a little bit of freehand tricking and knowing how to use panning properly, which are all really simple things. That's the core of most production in general, and you don't need a ton of stuff outside of that. It's easy to get carried away and overproduce stuff to the point of it can sound incredible, but I don't know what's being said because it's so overdone. And I've been guilty of that. I've totally done it before, so I try to avoid doing it. All right, now this is a station that uses Frostbites production, so I'm gonna grab a couple Frostbites pieces.
Here you use Real World and Frost.
Yes, we don't use Frost on Z100, obviously, but on Z we have Real World and Production Vault, and we also have Trinity HD effects from Robert Dudzik. Those are spectacular
really
sounds.
Yeah.
And then I do a little bit of sound design myself with right over here. And that's Arturia Mini Lab. And this is more for like fill-in. I don't do a ton of sound effect or breakers or anything. I've got this treasure, embarrassment of wealth of sound design already, but sometimes something the jingle tone needs to be customized, or you just need to have that sound of a live guitar breaking through a hook. And on the wall there, I'll use that guitar for that if need be.
Okay. If you need some guitar, you use that guitar with this.
I'll plug it right into the board.
Okay.
And I'll use, I think these GTR plugins are excellent. This is a PRS, Paul Reed Smith amp emulator. I'm just demoing it right now. I literally picked it up the other day, but they sound awesome. Sound really good.
Cool.
And that just got used to break a hook in a promo that needed to sound like a live guitar that was in key of that part of the song, and just added a ton of reverb like it was in a set of an arena, and that made the segue to the next part.
You work a lot with the key of the songs, right?
I try to.
Yeah.
It's so funny because you can think you're in key, and like you do the whole promo and you finish it, and you're patting yourself on the back because you did such a great job. And then you hear it later, and you're like, oh, that's flat. That's flat as fuck. I don't think I know keys. So let's see how this is coming about. Close unused media.
6 songs back to back, commercial free.
Cool.
So we probably want to separate that a little bit to accentuate.
Put the volume a little higher, please.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
6 songs back to back. 6 songs back to back, commercial free.
There we go.
Really good, man.
6 songs back to back, commercial free.
Let's move that back a little more.
6 songs back to back, commercial free.
Okay, so that's there. And I'll add a little bit of mastering. I like to use multiband compressors on the tail end. And again, every session gets a little bit of different settings with the bands, but This particular brand, this is about where I put it. I might mess with the attack and release a little bit too, depending on if it's a concert promo, the release is going to go way down because I don't want to screw up the music in the background.
Okay.
But in this case, this is all radio-friendly prod, so you can smash the hell out of it.
6 songs back to back, commercial free.
What's the rest of the copy? Another 6-pack starts next, powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Okay, cool.
Okay, I just not so big. The fire not so big. Okay.
Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. 9113 South May.
94.7.
Trying to figure out what the copy says.
Okay.
It's the address. Okay, 9113 South May. 9113 South May. Our business is vape itself. Our business is vape itself. And then we'll go ahead and EQ that. Trying to figure out the copy. Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. 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 Let's go ahead and add a little bit of a low cut. A little more compression.
Yeah, man. Definitely you're an audition guy, man.
You see that?
This
Commercial
is
free.
Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Trying to figure out what the copy says.
cool, man. Really good. Really good.
This is vape itself. Our business is vape itself. Don't like that.
Commercial free.
Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Our business is vape. Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Our business is vape itself. So they'll need a bed or something because it's. That sounds badass enough.
Commercial free.
Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Our business is vape itself. So that's a good place to cut it. Is vape itself. What's the rest of it? 94.7 The Brew. Cool. 94.7 The Brew. The Brew. The Brew. 94.7 The Brew. It almost sounded too dumb. Hang on, let's hear it. 94.7 The Brew. The 7 was sloppy too. The Brew. The Brew. Wait, hang on.
Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. 94.7 The Brew. So, let's see if they accept this piece.
Yes.
Our business is vape itself. 94.7 The Brew.
Really fun, man.
By the way, I typically would not condone sending this out as finished copy, but the station is about beer, so
Okay.
it makes sense.
94.7 The Brew.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
And
You
I'll
have
even-
you have here the Neumann. It's the 49 in this,
yeah, it's great.
and goes to the.
The Brew.
There's another pre or direct on the
It's
digital
direct
design?
in. The
Okay. No treatment, just treatment only in the computer.
There's a little bit of power inside the mic itself, and then I don't go.
Umbrella. The Brew.
There it is. I don't go overboard with.
Preamp and something.
I don't. At least for this stuff. I've been in voiceover studios or done some work for other freelance stuff where you do want more of that power because you're not going to be. Radio's all projection. You're just trying to sound badass. And when you're doing a trailer or a promo or an ad, they're more just looking for this, like a regular talking voice. And when you're doing that, you do need some power to kind of help make that loud. And I'll do it there. But hardware-wise, this just runs straight into the board. So there we go.
6 songs back to back. Commercial free.
Powered by Umbrella Vapor Corporation. Our business is vape itself.
94.7 The Brew.
It's actually
Pretty
a little
good,
loud.
yeah.
Save that Dropbox.
And you're very direct. You know, not too stuttering, not some complicated effects. Just
I mean, not with
the message is the most important, and the simpler the better.
I
Yes?
think so. This was a rock station sweeper, so
If it
not
was
to
a more
say-
CHR, you
sure.
do
Or
more.
if there were less words, if it's just saying one thing, then I think you got more room to pan and spin out and scratch your
Okay.
vocals and
All right.
do that stuff. But even then, you only got so much time, and I often wonder, you have this opportunity to talk to someone in between a song, and adding a ton of production can be cool, but your best chance is probably to reach them with a really cool message. And sometimes that message is done through production. But for me and for what I'm good at, it's usually the writing. And I'll do that as much as I can.
And that's you. You write the promos in Z, or come from you responsible for all the writing.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
I'm not the only contributor. Mark obviously throws ideas out, and the headquartered office of our company is just right up the street. So if the VP or president's like, "Hey, I have an idea," then they get involved as well.
Okay.
But they trust me to do most of the writing, which is awesome, because that's what I prefer to be in charge of. Or what I really love is when someone gives me an idea that isn't complete. Like, this is what I want, but I want it to be a little bit different. And it's so much easier to be creative when you've got. It's like someone gives you some clay to mold. Instead of you going to dig the clay up, cleaning the dirt out of it, and then you got to do this. Instead, someone's done that for you, and you can just start crafting your message around it.
Cool, man.
It's a lot of fun.